Hey everyone, Tofu here, and welcome back to more Banjo-Tooie. Last time we properly started off Glitter Gulch Mine, and we got ourselves as a little detonator here. We still have a few more things to do with it, and also just kind of a few more things to do in the world. So today we're going to actually, hopefully, finish Glitter Gulch Mine. So let's go ahead and do that. Though of course by finish, I don't mean we're going to 100% the entire world, because like with my Ahem Temple, there's still going to be a couple things that we cannot actually collect yet. But we're not going to worry about that right now. Instead, let's take this warp pad, press B and not damage ourselves, because that can happen if you're not careful. And we want to go near Mumbo's skull, because you may remember that there was a little bit of a passage down here. And we can go down here as... Whoops. We can't... Come on, dude. Stop bouncing. Get in the thing. There we go. We can go down here as Banjo and Kazooie, but there's actually some stuff for the TNT down here, so we want to actually come down here as them. Blow up that little barrel. Now that is open, and this prisoner can technically escape now, but we're just going to try to avoid them, because all I really care about in here is getting this Jinjo. Wow, we've already got 3 of those ones. That is kind of a lot for this point in the game. I think over here is actually the boulder that we saw that was blocked off before. Actually, I think that's a different area. I'm thinking of something else. But yeah, we will need to come back here as Banjo and Kazooie to deal with that. And I think that is the last thing the detonator needed to do for us. So, we can go ahead and take them back to Humba Wumba's place. And I guess this is why they actually have the warp pad inside of Wumba's, rather than just using the entry warp pad, because it is just a bit more convenient to come back here like this. So I'm pretty sure that is the only warp pad that's actually inside her house. So it's a bit strange. I guess they just don't want you to worry about going up the hill to her house as the detonator, but it's whatever. Also, I probably should have actually taken the warp pad, rather than going outside. But whatever. It would take longer to... Well, actually, I don't know if that's true. I was gonna say I thought it would take longer to actually go back inside and deal with the loading process again, rather than just walking over here to this warp pad, because it is in pretty close proximity, but... Whatever. I don't know the exact timing of loading screens. Plus, there was that one loading screen in Isle of Hags that took an unreasonable amount of time to load, so you never know, I guess. But let's go back down here. And I believe, if this is the room I am thinking of, this should be a room that we actually do need to go to still. Technically, we are supposed to save this for later, but there is a little trick that allows you to do it now. Oh gosh, how do I explain this without spoiling it? Basically, at a later point, we will get an ability that will allow us to hit something upstairs that will turn a light on in this room, and allow us to actually see where to go, because otherwise it's like completely dark. You can still kind of see where to go, but it's definitely not like the most perfect thing. So we're supposed to wait until we can actually turn the light on in this room. But there is a trick to actually being able to do it, and it's very similar to... Well, it's not similar to the trick that you do in the other room with the generators, because there are no generators in here, and there's no ladder for us to grab onto. But instead, we're just going to shoot out fire eggs, and that will briefly illuminate the path for us. So that's what we're going to do. You could also do this in the generator room, if you want to. I don't know. There's really no reason to do that, because you use fire eggs anyway to just turn on the generator. But it's a similar puzzle to that room, as in the sense that, like, it's dark and you have to light up the room somehow. But since we don't have a ladder to cheat our way to victory here, we're just gonna cheat our way to victory like this. Even though I don't know if this is even cheating. I think this is actually kind of harder. It's just being impatient because you don't want to actually wait to get that ability. But speaking of being impatient, I'm gonna die because walking all the way back to where we need to go next is a bit of a hassle. And like I said, I don't remember when I said it, but death, there's no lives, there's no punishment for dying, really. It just kind of sends you back to where you came from in the world. So, now we're right back out here. And where do I need to go now? I think that's actually pretty much everything else in the world taken care of aside from the start, or aside from the stuff at the start. So, let's go back there. Go back to the world entry. We of course have Canary Mary over there to deal with, but we will save her for last. What I want to do first is go on this hill over here. Do I need health right now? I don't think I do. Well, no, because I just died. Duh. I got all my health back. How am I on eggs? I guess I need some fire eggs. So let's wait for those to come back. They kind of cycle through, so you can easily get the egg you want. But you do have to wait for it a few times. You, of course, need to drill that boulder. That will let us go down here. And here is where we will actually get another new move. Though it's not a very exciting move, because we talked to Jam Jars over here. As you can see, we've also gone into Breagle Blaster mode. He will teach us how to use Beak Bayonet, which basically what it is it's a close-range attack for the Breagle Blaster. Rather than just shooting eggs like that, you press B, you can kind of thrust Kazooie's beak forward to attack stuff with that. It's not very useful. In fact, it's really only useful here. I think this is the only time in the game that you actually have to use it. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure it is. Basically, that guy wants us to deactivate all the TNT down here. And we can't shoot it, otherwise it'll go off. So we have to just poke it like that. I don't know why they did it like that, but I don't know. It's just what they decided to do. So this place is a maze, and it's very confusing, so I'll try to guide you as best I can. You want to go to the right here, go down here, and then up here, to your right again, there's going to be another little tiny room with another TNT. You might just be better off trying to just follow my movements if you're actually playing along here, because it's very easy to get lost in here. Just kind of keep going down that pathway until you get to this little central room. Don't go in this one. You want to go to the door all the way on the right here. Get this guy. By the way, I don't know if this is exactly the fastest route to do this or not. It's just the route that I find to be the easiest to take care of things. So we want to go back around there, go right, because that's the only way we can go. And then make our way down here. Get this guy here. Try to not get hit by that guy, but I failed. God, I'm forgetting my own route now. It's been kind of a while since I've done this. I think we want to go this way. Down this kind of long, narrow pathway. And then I think we will go to the right and go up here. Take care of this guy. Try not to get hit, and then we came from like down there, so I guess turn to the right. That would be on the right. To this room. There should be, I think, 2 TNTs in here. Yes, there are. Bouncing around. Also, I hope I don't run out of time. Sorry, I had to pause to take care of something quick. I hope that wasn't too distracting. Anyways, as I was starting to say, I hope I don't run out of time because it actually took a while to kind of start explaining this. But go up there from this room here that had the 2 TNTs in it. And don't get the honeycomb, that will take way too much time. Then go down this way. We've got this guy to take care of here. And then I think we just kind of want to keep going straight for a bit. Take care of that guy. Get that TNT. We got 4 left. Am I doing this right? I think I am. Go to the left there. I think that was the only way we really could go. And then keep going to the left down here. Should be 2 in here? Yes. Okay, we're good. Get rid of them. We've got plenty of time. Then you want to go right down into this last little room here, which we will find the last TNT. And that will take care of that, no problem. So, I hope that was, easy to follow along with, because that room, or that little dungeon, I guess, can be a bit tricky, especially on your first try. I remember this took me a ton of tries when I first played this game, and I got very frustrated at it. But as long as you just kind of... Ouch, jeez. Honestly, you're probably better off just, like, looking at what I'm doing rather than trying to listen to my rambly explanation about where to go. Can you die, please? Thank you. Okay, now I've got to actually find our way out of here, which is a bit trickier. I want to try to find, I think, this way? A little downward ramp here that has this narrow pathway off to the left that has a little ramp here. Yeehaw, buddy. You have honeycomb for me? Thank you. I'll actually take that. Yeah, you want to pretty much just get to the ramp, I think, is the easiest way to actually get back out of here. Because this will take us back to this little central room here. And I believe this little middle room that I told you to skip earlier, I believe this leads back up to the actual entrance of the place. Yep, so that is where you want to go. Let's get out of here and be on our merry little way. That was a completely unintentional pun, but it actually was a pun because we're going to go talk to Canary Mary next. So, let's get out of here and actually deal with her finally. Well, is it really that finally? We only saved her, like, towards the end of the last episode, so... I don't know, but... I'm not exactly looking forward to this. So... She wants us to race her on this handcar, and we can just jump on it to start it. And to race her, we just have to mash the A button. And it's not so bad here. Even in Glitter Gulch Mine, it's not too bad. But, you might change your mind on that a bit later in the game. But for now, it's honestly not that big of a deal. I'm just being dramatic because, if you played this game, you do not like Canary Mary. You don't have to mash super hard for this. I'm not mashing very hard at all. One, because I don't want to hurt my hands right now. Also, because I don't want to, my controller is pretty close to the mic right now, so I don't want to, like, actually have the button mashing be picked up that much. She's kind of beating me right now, but that's because I'm not mashing very hard, and, I can just kind of mash harder at the end and just... Oh my god! Hello, Jinjo. I totally forgot to grab you. Yeah, I usually get that Jinjo, like, towards the beginning of the level. I'm gonna start mashing now, by the way, I'm sorry. Yeah, I usually get that Jinjo towards the beginning of the level, and, I completely forgot. Is she actually gonna beat me? Oh my god. I thought she was gonna beat me there for a second. I would have been pissed. Yeah, I was really not mashing there at all. That race is very easy, but... I don't know. I was being very conservative with my mashing. So, she'll actually want to race us again. I don't know why I said again like that. Again. And this time it is going to be a bit trickier, but not too bad still. I actually am going to mash a bit hard for this one, so I am sorry if this is loud. Whoa, there's a bit of music lag there. Yeah, let's actually start mashing a bit harder here. I am using a GameCube controller, so it is pretty easy to mash on. But I'm not the greatest button masher in the world, so we'll see how this goes. Hello, Jinjo. I will get to you later. I wonder if he was in, like, the middle of the track. I wonder if you would actually be able to pick him up on the minecart. That would be convenient, honestly, because then I wouldn't go out of my way to get him. Then I would just get him while I do this, because I would have to do it anyway. So yeah, I'm not mashing super hard right now. I'm just kind of mashing at a very consistent pace. And I'm just kind of naturally being faster than her. She is starting to speed up. She does rubber band a little bit here. She will rubber band a lot later. But for now it's not so bad. Actually it is kind of bad. She's catching up. She's catching up. That was very close. way closer than it should have been. Yeah. I mean, like, honestly, you could just kind of mash slower, and then she will slow down. And then, towards the end, you just speed up and completely destroy her. But I wasn't playing very smart there, at all. Yeah, get out of here. So she'll give us a Cheeto page for that. Jiggy for the first time you beat her, and a Cheeto page for the second time. There's a lot of challenges like that in the game where if you get a certain score or do something once, they'll give you a Jiggy, and then if you want a bonus Cheeto page, you'll have to play again or get a higher score. There's a lot of little stuff like that throughout the game, but I think that is actually everything in Glitter Gulch Mine. Actually, no. Let me not say that yet. I still have to get that Jinjo, which I totally forgot about. Actually, hold up. Yeehaw, pal. I need to go over here. Well, I don't need to, but why do I keep thinking the shoes are over there? I don't know why. Let me just get the speed shoes just to kind of speed this up as we run along the railroad here. I don't know if that was actually faster to go out of my way to do that. Well, it definitely wasn't because I went the wrong way. Should be this railroad over here. In this tunnel. Actually, no, I don't think it's this tunnel either. It should be the tunnel... Ow, are you serious? I lost my speed shoes from that? That's annoying. It's the tunnel up here, to the right of the Prospector's hut. Which is why I usually just grab it as soon as I come out of there at the start of the world, but I was distracted and I forgot. We'll get this guy. Okay. And now, that should be everything that we can get in Glitter Gulch Mine at this very moment. Please Talent Drop. Oh, that was a skill swap? What? Okay. Come on. Go up to the top. There we go. They are very slow at the start of the game still, but that will speed up later and be a little more obnoxious. So, before I take this warp pad and go back to the start of the level, let me actually check my totals here, because we should have 9 out of 10 Jiggies, 4 out of 5 Jinjos, and that should be the only thing we're missing. We should just be missing a Jiggy and a Jinjo. And that looks to be the case. We've got everything else. So, I did not forget anything, except that Jinjo, but I got him before I checked my totals, so it doesn't count. So, we've gotten everything we need to. Let's get out of Glitter Gulch Mine, because there's nothing really for us else to do here. Yeah, so, God, what am I gonna do now? It feels like I still haven't been recording for that long. So, I don't know what else to do with my time, because I'm pretty sure we're just gonna go right to the next world. There's not a whole lot of other stuff to really do in the hub world now. So yeah, I mean, I guess we'll just go over here. Might as well, but I don't think I'm gonna actually start Witchy World until the next video. Just to kind of keep these worlds and episodes a little more contained. I mean, I guess I can go down here, because there are some notes in this little log flume ride that I did not get. And there's another boulder with Kazooie's face on it, which we will get a way to deal with that soon enough, but still a bit of a ways off. So yeah. Next time, I guess... Ow! I'm gonna fall in the water because of this stupid dragon. Come here, buddy. Get down here. How dare you? Alright. So, yeah, next time... Actually, let me see these signs first. What do these say? Kill that guy first so he doesn't interrupt my reading. The management accepts no responsibility for the thieving pickpockets it employs within Witchy World. Yeah, here's a little sneak preview of the kind of stuff we'll be dealing with in Witchy World next time. Anyone who rides all the quality attractions and survives is entitled to join the Witchy World fan club. Current club members, 0. Witchy World theme park is currently closed to an appalling safety record. Once the authorities have been bribed, we'll reopen. Thank you. Well, we didn't need to bribe them because we had a magic laser beam from a Jiggy-shaped man who opened the door for us. So next time, on Banjo-Tooie, we will actually go into Witchy World, and it's gonna be a fun time. This is one of my favorite worlds in the entire game. And I think, hands down, like, objectively, it's not my favorite world, but I think objectively, it's probably the best world in the game. So I'm very excited to play Witchy World again, and I hope you are too, because Witchy World is great, and Banjo-Tooie is great. So, die.